Hey rugby fans, Martin Lippiatt down here at Yoku Road ahead of this weekend's blockbuster Round 17 Newstead Brewing Hospital Challenge Cup matchup between first place Brothers and second place Jeeps. I'm here with the old stallion Fred Burke. Fred Burke, how excited are you to be going up against Brothers this weekend?
Yeah, very excited, mate. It's obviously a traditional rival of ours, and any game between us, regardless of what's on the line, is a really exciting one. And BLK have done us a solid and got us some nice heritage jerseys, and yeah, it's going to be a blockbuster, mate.
Fred, you and only recently UQ last week are the only two sides to get wins over Brothers. What does that mean for you guys going into this weekend's match?
Yeah, I think Brothers have definitely been the benchmark all year. Only losing 2 games, so they're certainly going to be the favourites on the weekend. And going to the finals, it'll be a different competition altogether. But at the same time, in terms of building momentum, I think getting a win over the weekend over Brothers will be really important. So it's definitely a very, very important game in terms of the landscape of the season.
And we look back over the back half of the season for you guys, had some narrow victories. What have been some of the big work-ons going into the weekend and the finals further ahead?
Yeah, look, we have. We've probably dominated territory and possession in a lot of those games, but we just haven't turned it into points. So that's probably been the reason for those those closer games. But the good thing is we more often than not we seem to find the fighting spirit and get across the line when it counts. So in that aspect, it's been pleasing. But we're certainly wee way off the complete performance yet. So yeah.
And this weekend, the Welsby Cup's on the line. What will it mean to the boys to bring some silverware back to Ashgrove?
Yeah, I think any piece of silverware, especially against Brothers, has certainly some significance. And week to week after a hard week of training, it's it's quite symbolic to be able to raise a bit of silverware and a bit of celebration and fill it, with a few cans of Newstead and get into it. So yeah.
Freddie, you're going up against a pretty good forward pack, the likes of Tom Maloney, Harry Wilson, Fraser McWright. How excited are you and the boys to go with them toe-to-toe this weekend?
Yeah, look, I mean, they've obviously got their guys back from the 20s. They did a really good job over in Argentina. There's been a lot of talk about them coming back and forming the back row for Brothers. So, the boys are certainly looking forward to taking those guys on, and there's no doubt we'll be looking to take them on up front, and it should be a good contest as it always is between the two sides there. So.
And you talk about the big contest, but the bigger question on my lips, it's the rivalry. How big is it between you and the Brothers?
Yeah, it's huge. I mean, I remember when I moved over here about 6 years ago and first started playing for Jeeps, and I think the first thing I was taught was that we hate Brothers and it's not an option. So, always a huge game. It goes without saying between the two. So,
well, thanks heaps for that one, Freddie. Fiery words, folks. It's all going down this Saturday, Twilight Edition. Top of the table, Brothers are taking on Jeeps. It's going to be a big one over at Crosby Park. Make sure you get down to your local Premier Grade ground and support grassroots rugby. We'll see you there.